Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another Magic Arena Explorer video. So today we are cycling back round to playing some creativity, but in a slightly different form this time. So instead of doing the get two creatures or artifacts out and then creativity into a game-winning combo, instead we are just looking to creativity once and find one of our copies of Atraxa Grand Unifier. So that is the Phyrexia card that's the 7/7 Flying Vigilance, Death Touch and Lifelink. And when it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 10 cards for your library, and you can put one card of each type from the revealed cards into your hand. So essentially, the idea is that we get out a creature token or an artifact that we can then use creativity on, and because Atraxa is the only actual creature card in our deck, then using it will automatically go and fetch one for us. So it doesn't win the game straight away like those other combos do, but essentially the value you get off Atraxa, the ability to attack them with a 7/7 flying Death Touch lifelink, means that your opponent will end up so far behind that they will very often struggle to catch up. So yes, there's the 4 copies of Indomitable Creativity, as you'd expect, and then the rest of the deck is broadly what we've seen before in our creativity shells. So we've got 1 copy of Secrets of the Key, which is a cheap investigate spell that creates a token that we can use, and also in a pinch draws a small card. 4 copies of Fiery Impulse as a strong creature removal spell. 2 copies of Spikefield Hazard, which can also be a land. Then our counter spell package of 2 Censor, 2 Make Disappear, and 2 Negate, just to use against various things that our opponent might have going on. Then we've got 4 copies of Fire Prophecy, which is a useful burn spell that does 3 damage to any creature, but also allows you to put a card from your hand onto the bottom of your library and draw a card. So we can do that if we want to just get rid of something that's kind of not doing anything in our hand, but also because you don't really want to be drawing a Traxer. If you do have an Atraxa in your hand, you can just put it on the bottom of the library and draw a card. Interestingly, worth noting that in March of the Machine, we are getting a direct upgrade to this card that also hits Planeswalkers and Battles. So I think that will. I think it's called Volcanic Spite or something like that. So I think that will just replace that in this deck. When that comes out, 1 copy of Shatterskull Smashing, which again, a burn spell that can double as a land. Stern Lesson, which is a card cycling, lets you cycle through some cards, but also creates a Power Stone that you can use to use creativity. 4 Fable of the Mirror Breaker, we don't need to go through this, we've all seen this many, many times before. Again, creating the token that you can use. Prismari command does a similar thing, that kind of cycling through your deck, creating tokens, can also destroy opponents' artifacts if required. We have 4 copies of Shark Typhoon. Again, creates a token, but also can act as a finisher by itself, either by cycling into a large shark or just by hard casting it and then using lots of cheap spells. So yes, that's kind of an alternative finisher in the deck as well. 3 copies of Atraxa, and then we've got our Hall of Storm Giants as another alternative creature that can end the game, and then a lot of red-blue dual lands, as you'd expect, a couple of functional lands, and then we've got Mutavault, which is a very, very useful creature land, very cheap to activate, but could also, in a pinch, be used to target a creativity on. So yeah, that's the main board, and then in the sideboard we have 1 copy of Aethergust as a decent counter spell, other counter, and then the rest of the counter package: 1 spell pierce, 1 negate, 2 mystical disputes, and then the burn spells that we've all seen before. So we've got 3 copies of Rending Volley to bring in against white and blue. 1 copy of Fry, which could also be used against Planeswalkers. A Brotherhood's End as a mass removal spell. Beacon Bolt, which is a one that we don't see hugely often, but that's a repeatable burn spell that cares about the number of instants or sorceries that you own in exile or in your graveyard, and a deck like this will almost certainly have quite a few. 2 copies of Behold the Multiverse, and then our alternative win condition that we can bring in if our combo looks like it will get too heavily disrupted is the old control finisher: 2 copies of Hullbreaker Horror. So that's a 7/8 with flash that can't be countered, and whenever you cast a spell, choose up to 1, return target spell you don't control to its owner's hand, or return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So essentially, if you are able to play this on their end step, untap with all of your mana up with spells in hand, it essentially becomes unkillable. So that is our alternative win condition as well, if our combo looks like it will be disrupted by our opponent's decks. This sideboard is all in the wrong order, by the way. I should have checked that before, but but I will fix that at some point. So yeah, that's the deck. As I say, it is a creativity shell, but one that's only looking for one card rather than two, so it becomes harder to, easier rather to kind of accomplish the creativity. But obviously, Atraxa doesn't win the game by itself. It will get you very far ahead and will often kind of functionally win you the game. But unlike some of the other combos, like with the Locust God, you don't just win on the spot through assembling that combo. So that's the deck, and we will jump onto the ladder and see how the deck does. So we do technically have two lands in this hand. So let's keep it and see what we draw and what our opponent does. Okay, so they are playing Rakdos. Okay, do we still need to play the Hazard tapped? Well, let's open with the Storm-Carved Coast and see what happens. I don't think this hits many things anyway, but it can hit a minus Liliana. Okay, double Thoughtseize. So we can cycle one of our Shark Typhoons at the end of turn. Yep. Pass the turn. Oh, that's a rough land to draw in that spot. Okay, let's what are we doing here? So we can Prismari command, Fire Prophecy. To create another treasure token. That's not bad. It's not good. No, let's just pass the turn here. Hold up our options. So we can creativity next turn. Okay, let's kill that now. So they will get value off their Graveyard Glutton. Misery Shadow's okay. So they've only got one card in hand, so it's not removal. They might have some problems here. So let's creativity for one. No, for one. On our Power Stone. Hit Atraxa. Let's take a Soken-Zan, a Fable, a Fire Prophecy, and a Shatterskull Smashing. Let's play some... Or are we just shocking in Steam Vents here? Not sure I like doing that, to be honest. Although Soken-Zan... No, I think we've got enough going on that we're probably never going to use this as a... So let's pass the turn. Yeah, that's not going to work. But I can see what they're going to do, and I'm going to let them do it. Yeah. So it's Spikefield Hazard. Now. So let's shock in Steam Vents. Pass the turn. Let's make a. Yeah, we'll let them do this first. Let's make a 5/5 shark. Fair enough. Okay, another creativity is a good draw. So let's. I think we can wait on that for a turn. So let's fire prophecy that. Let's pop back. Shatter. Let's pop Fable on the bottom actually. Now let's pass the turn. Just waiting for them to activate Den of the Bugbear rather than do anything. Yep. Okay, let's play Stern Lesson. Discard a land. That's creativity for 1. Go again. So let's take land. Oh, just 2. That's sad. And a Prismari command. I'm almost tempted to play that just so it flips the. Although I can't then do anything about it. So no, let's leave it as it is for another turn. Okay, so they are digging. Okay, so we took down game 1 there. It was a bit of a grind, but we got there. So, what are we bringing against Rakdos? They have a lot of hand disruption, but probably not so much that I'm worried that our combo just won't go off, because they took our first creativity, but we still got there. So let's put in Beacon Bolt for things like Shieldred. Negate, Aether Gust, Spell Pierce, and let's take out the Spikefield Hazards, because I think they literally hit nothing in this deck. And the sensors as we're on the draw. Yep. Well, as a disruptive game plan, this isn't bad. So, yeah. Yeah, you can Thoughtseize me, but yep. Ooh, that's fun. Okay, let's pass the turn with Secrets of the Key up. Okay, Bankbuster's good for them, so that will generate some card advantage. But now I can start the process of countering anything particularly unpleasant that they do. Am I cracking the clue here, even though it's no, not yet. That's annoying. Lack of land. No, let's pass the turn again. No, I'll negate that. Sure. Okay, they're not using it to draw a card, which is fine by me. So let's fire. Um, mm, let's fire Prophecy that away. Pop a card on the bottom. Okay, land is good. Shieldred it is. So they're going to hit us hard here. Draw. Okay, so the chances of them not having a removal spell for Atraxa are incredibly high, but what are we doing if not that? So then we got to try. Musavolt, Beacon Bolt, Prismari Command. Yep. No, fair enough. We got mana screwed there. If we hadn't had that turn off, I think we'd have been okay. Can't be helped. We'll go to game 3. So, what are we bringing back in? I still don't think any of this is much good. Brotherhood's End, maybe? Yeah, it does hit Trespassers. Let's put in Brotherhood's End on the play. Censor. Take out a couple of impulses. Actually, no, let's leave in Impulse. Take out a Fire Prophecy. Prismari commands felt pretty dead in this matchup because they don't have artifacts, so let's take out 2 of those. Yeah. I could bring in Hullbreaker Horror, but I think Rakdos is killing you before you have a chance to play that, so the sound isn't great, but it does have a yeah. Okay, we'll keep it. Because so could Zan can double as a creature spell. Yep, we're going to get Thoughtseized here. This is going to be incredibly rough, I think. Yeah, especially if we draw like that. Snow-covered swamp. You radical. Well, we may as well cycle this. Pass the turn. Yep, okay. So let's cycle Shark Typhoon. Okay. Okay, I'm not in utter despair at this point because we do have Fable to cycle away some cards. Obviously, if they now play Shieldred, that's a bit of a rough thing to have to do. No, okay, no Shieldred, that's good. 2 Blood-Tide Harvesters is a problem, though. You should not be here, so you can go away. 1, 2. Well, let's make this let's attack, I think. Yeah, happy to take that trade. I'm just going to play another. Let's see. So if it's 6 or more, so we're getting up to the point where we can potentially do that. Yep, we'll take 3. Okay, I like that as a concept. Okay. Discard, discard. Activate only as a sorcery, so let's kill that now. Let's pass the turn. So I could make that disappear. Or am I saving that for something worse? Well, the worst could just be the other side of the Bone Crusher Giant, and that's not that bad. Yeah, let's counter that. Because it also flips their Trespasser. There we are. Good game. Despite a very perilous mana situation at the beginning there, we did okay there. Okay, on the draw again. Yeah. 25 land in this deck. Okay, Rakdos Mark II. See if we can do the same thing again. So they've got Bone Crusher up here, I would assume. So Make Disappear is going to do some work for us here, holding back any particularly problematic things they might try and play. Yep, they're playing very cautiously at the moment, so let's just carry on. Then we could potentially Prismari command the end of their turn. What's going on here? Making a creature... Oh, okay. I get it. Kind of. Okay, let's... Do I care? Not sure I care. Yeah, sure. Um, yeah, let's just bop this one. I'll make a treasure. Obnixilis in the main deck is not something you normally see in this kind of deck. Stormcarved Coast, Fiery Impulse, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. So our shields are down for the moment, so let's see what they can do. Yeah, I'll discard a Spire Bluff Canal. Oh, so they're right there. Nice. Okay, so they are similarly. So yes, they're also grabbing Atraxa just in a slightly different shell. Yeah, I did think about using Transmogrify, but creativity is a bit more resilient to instant speed removal. I think I will offer to trade our Atraxas. Yep. Let's kill this one, make another treasure. Yep. It's going to be an interesting one. Let's see which Atraxa shell can do it. Who did it better? I don't think we need that in our lives. Okay, Shark Typhoon's an interesting one. So let's pass the turn here. Yep. Gonna have to keep an eye on Obnixilus's ultimate. Yeah, here we go again. Okay, they can't transmogrify it from under me, so let's cycle the shark. Hold up impulse without sacrificing the treasure. Okay. What's next? Shatter Skull Smashing. Sacrifice the treasure, kill both of those. That is quite tempting. Or just divide it as you choose up to... No, I wouldn't actually have to sacrifice the treasure. Okay. Let's just kill Obnixilis. So we are out of cards. They're not. They have 4. 4 is more than 0. They have 3. Hopefully they're all land. Oh, they're playing creativity as well. Okay. So they're just they're all in on. Oh, we saw this again. Yeah, we saw a Rakdos version of this that ran both. Is both better? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is it better to play both of these, both Transmogrify and Creativity? Building in quite a lot of ugly redundancy by doing that. You know, if you get trapped with like all of them in your hand, you feel like a chump. Okay, we'll scoop this one up. So, all of the spell disruption that we can manage. Beacon Bolt. Card draw. Anything that gives us some advantage over our opponent. Sorcery speed removal is going to have to go. Although, apart from Beacon Bolt. Shatter Skull can go. What else is going? Prismari command. That really wasn't doing very much for us that game. Let's take that out. Spell Pierce is good. Maybe 1 fewer Shark Typhoon. Yeah, let's take 2 Shark Typhoons actually, just because they've probably got enough fatal pushes to stop us from doing much with that. Yeah, that sounds okay. Yeah, I'm going to keep it, although I don't love it. It has a sense, it has a gust. Eventually, we might be able to do something with creativity. Yep. Maybe Rakdos is just a better shell for this. The hand disruption is so good. Oh, go away. Uh, hmm. Interesting. Okay, I think we're at the cycling sensor point of the game. Okay, well, let's set ourselves up to go. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So they're definitely presenting removal here. So I'm just going to wait for them to tap out. They either tap out or I draw a land, because then I can target them both. Sure thing. No, okay. I'll kill that. That'll do it. Yeah, if you target both your... If I target both the tokens here, they can kill one in response, but that alone, because the other one will just trigger. I don't want to have to kill them both, but... It does also mean if they don't kill both, I get two... If they don't kill one, I get two Atraxa triggers as well. Yeah. So it still makes sense. It just means they can't stop us doing it entirely, is the point. Oh, 5. Okay. Creativity, Ottawara, negate, Fable, leave Atraxa in the bin. Not in the bin, in the library, rather. Ottawara is a useful, if they ever do land an Atraxa. Can just bounce it. So we are tapped out here, but it doesn't look like they have what they need to go off. No, just another Fable is fine. So let's attack. Let's play Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Hold open, negate. Sure. Almost guaranteed that their last card is either Creativity or Transmogrify. So they either need a removal spell for Atraxa or some way to get around the negate. Yeah, that's not going to do it. I mean, I've got so much life. Yep. Okay. So our counter spells got it done for us there, but we were on the play, so it is going to be more challenging when we're on the draw. We doing anything differently on the draw? Maybe that instead. Yeah. Behold is probably a bit too slow. So yeah, it's swings and roundabouts, isn't it? In Rakdos, you get the hand disruption. In this version, you get more of the counter spells. We have had endless hand disruption though, so okay. Seems they'd rather take our creativity than negate. Perhaps they have another. No, okay. Okay, either Gust is a good card to draw. It's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, those two can go for the time being, I think. Let's play Stern Lesson. We're discarding here. I think Spell Pierce is just a better version of that card, so let's pass the turn. I mean, it is very tempting to Spell Pierce that, but again, I'm just not that worried about it. Let's just do the old draw. I think, given they're slightly low on land, I think Spell Pierce is just a better version of Negate. Okay. Let's play Fable. Okay. Again, not that fussed. Okay. So let's decline. Stormcarved Coast. Make disappear. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Leave Atraxa where it is. No to that. This will probably be the end of the game, to be honest. Yep. There we are. Okay, we came back there. Ugh, three in a row on the draw. What can you do? Yeah, this is an okay hand. 1, 2, 3. Not bad. Hang on. Each vampire. Oh, madness. Some sort of vampires. I mean, we're facing many different flavors of Rakdos, but okay. They're getting aggro with us, so let's. Okay. Yep, sure thing. Let's pop Shark Typhoon on the bottom. Play Fable of the Mirror Breaker. So they're on the hook for a reasonable amount of damage here, but Yep, here comes another Era Falcon Wrath. Okay, yep. Discard. Okay, that's going to kill our... Okay, we're not in a particularly great spot here. So let's discard Censor and the other Fable. Let's play Prismari command. Let's do 2 damage to that and create a treasure token. Set ourselves up for creativity next turn. Let's just hope we survive. Okay. Sure thing, so we go to 4. So what are they discarding here? Okay, just a Blood Tithe Harvester. I mean, I say just a Blood Tithe Harvester. It's another creature. Hopefully that will be all they're doing this turn. Okay, let's go for it. So, Creativity, Coast, not Spire Bluff Canal. No 1 mana removal, unfortunately. It's frustrating. We'll take a Fire Prophecy. And just hope they don't have a Fiery Temper in hand. No, they're just drawing to discard. Discarding to draw, rather. Is Atraxa going to get it done for us? They're not snapping into action here, so... I like the idea behind this deck, though. What does this do? Creates a blood token. It's fine. Oh, that's very good. The number of vampires they have. Yeah. Okay, that's going to do us 1. Create another blood. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, yes. Very good. Okay, no, fair enough. No, they did what they needed to there. Those. Yep. Okay, we know a little bit more about what we're up against here, so let's put in Brotherhood's End, Aether Gust, Beacon Bolt. Let's take out... what are we taking out here? Make Disappear seems a bit weak, and so does Negate. I think we're relying more on removal than we are counter spells. Yep, this is an okay hand. So let's take that out. Okay, missing a land drop is not good. Fair enough. Cycle. Christ. Okay, cycle here. Yeah, that's just going to have to come down as a tap land. What's that doing? Whenever... No, that can die. Okay. Let's play Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Looks like they're stuck on land as well. Okay. Interesting hand. So we can potentially creativity that next turn if we really want to. Epicure, sure. Okay. That is a fiery temper there, not using against our reflection, so that's fine. No, I'm going to keep the other creativity just in case they have a way to deal with Atraxa. Okay, let's do it now. So let's take Beacon Bolt, all of the Storm Giants, Fiery Impulse, Fable. Let's keep Impulse up just in case they try and play another Harvester. Okie doke. Let's play Fable number 2. Yep. Okay, let's discard the excess stuff here. Mutavault. Are we just going on the beatdown here? I don't see why not. They can't kill it, so... Go again. What are they doing here? Okay. So that's 2 fiery tempers they've used. Let's try again. Yeah, so we'll gust that. Get Atraxa. Grab a Storm-Carved Coast. A Negate. A Fable. And a Brotherhood's End. Just in case they have another unlicensed disintegration or something like that. Yep, okay. Game 2 to us. So, game 3 on the play. Are we doing anything differently? Oh, no, I quite like this configuration. Maybe stick in a Spell Pierce and another Negate. Take out Censor. Yeah. Yeah. It's not a brilliant hand, but it does have Spikefield Hazard, Creativity. Yeah, we'll give it a go. It's not the mono removal that we had last game. Opponents mulliganing to 6, which is always a good sign. On the play. So we can hazard the 2-1 if they play it. Just hold up Secrets of the Key. We might need the hazard for land, although we can just use Shatter Skull for land, actually. And then the secrets will give us the clue that we could use for we could use creativity. Yeah, Epicure. That one I'm not so fussed about. What am I doing here? 1. No, let's just play Shivan Reef. Okay, that one I'm much more interested about in killing, so let's do that. Okay. I don't love potentially having to take 3 off the Shatter Skull Smashing, but if it's what you gotta do, it's what you gotta do. Sure. Cripes. Okay, but this is a decent removal spell, actually, so let's just play this tapped. Pass the turn. Now let's impulse this. Okay, good. So what are we doing here? I think we're just playing Fable. What's going okay? Fiery Temper, sure. Anything that's not coming at our face, I'm not too displeased about. This deck runs a lot of land. It has been frustrating the way we've been struggling. Let's just discard 1 here. Okay, that's better. So we could just go for it now. That's pretty tempting, I think. Yeah, let's do it. Whatever else, it refills our hand. Yeah, that's fine. So let's take another Coast, a Fable, or a Shark Typhoon, actually. No, let's take Fable. And Fire Prophecy or a Stern Lesson? Fire Prophecy, I think. Okay. Let's play another Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Hold up Prophecy and Negate. So I'm feeling reasonable about our spot here. They don't seem to have a huge amount going on. Yeah, Harvest is fine. So let's Fire Prophecy that away. Pop Spire Bluff Canal on the bottom. Okay, now the creativity is good. So let's discard 1. Play Sokad Zan. Attack. Play another creativity. Grab another Atraxa. Okay, this is all going reasonably well. And let's negate that. Yep, I thought that would do it for them. Okay, good. We came back there against Madness. So yeah, 3 different flavors of Rakdos deck, but we did beat them all. So, can't complain too much about that. Diamond 3. So yeah, 3-0 to creativity. Yeah, that felt powerful. Yeah, I'd be interested to try the Rakdos version, just because its interactions are a little bit different. It can do slightly different things. So yeah, yeah, there's an interesting deck, this one. And it does seem more, it seems a bit less like fiddly than the trying to do two things with a establishing an instant win that isn't quite, it's not Worlds by Worm and Xenagos, so yeah. No, I think I prefer going to fetch Atraxa with creativity. Makes getting the creativity to work much easier. Atraxa is a great card. Yeah. No, good matchups there. All Rakdos, all the time, all victories. So thank you very much for watching. As always, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you next time.